All right. Okay, that's fake. You hear me now? The hell? All right. What's up, Trish? I'm gonna drop the link for you. 1 second. Still no. So I see the bubble moving. Can you hear me now? Okay. Here is the link. Okay. There you go. All right. I got some questions for Trish. Um, hold on. Shit. All right. And I think they're pretty good questions. I gotta get Miss London on here one of these days. Um, what up, Celestial Black? What's good? Appreciate you coming through real quick. Before she gets in here, basically, well, there she is.
How's my sound?
Pretty good, loud and
Oh,
clear.
all right. I was rushing to get in the house to get to you, girl.
Well, I appreciate it. All
Yeah. So how was your
right.
Saturday?
Based on the what I told you earlier, I got some questions. Um, my first question is, do you as a light skinned black woman feel that colorism is real or it only exists for unattractive dark skinned women?
Wow, that is a hell of a question. It's very real, and I don't think it has anything to do with a person being attractive or not.
Why?
Because people cite on, I don't know why humans are like this, but color brings out the worst in people. They don't have to see what you look like. People are discriminated on for just because.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like Oprah's rich as hell, but remember that time you heard about her going to London and they didn't want her to shop in their stores?
Mm-hmm.
She dropping millions. She was the wrong complexion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that. Okay. Um, the next question is, do you as a light skinned black woman feel you are being a savior or caping for dark skinned people when you say that they do deal with colorism in general?
Ca- Caping. What? Can you repeat that again? Please,
Okay.
please repeat that.
Do you, as a light skinned black woman, feel you are being a savior or caping for dark skinned people when you say they do deal with colorism in general?
No,
Why?
I just, I guess it's the individual. I just don't like colorism, and I think we're all in the same struggle. No matter what shade of black you are, it's
Right,
pretty much discrimination.
right.
That's the problem.
I agree. Well, recently what I told you about earlier, um, yeah, it's if a light skinned or a biracial person, um, you know, um, acknowledges that a dark skinned black person, and particularly a dark skinned black woman, does deal with colorism or has faced colorism, and you're not, team light skin, so to speak, they'll call you a savior, or you're a cape, you're caping for dark skinned people.
Oh,
You know,
oh,
yeah.
well, yeah, that's really weird because I always thought of it as a blemish on our race. It's like to me, you know how I feel about this now. It's how can we work together and we're fighting each other over colorism when we're the same race, you know? And
Right.
I'm
Peace,
speaking,
King.
huh?
Now saying hello to the chat.
Oh, hi, y'all. I feel like, you know, I don't know what they're thinking. I'm not biracial. I'm just a light skinned black woman. Both of my parents are very melanated, as you know.
Right.
And so, as a light skinned black person's perspective, I've just always had a problem with colorism in general. I'm very insulted with it because my parents, as very melanated people, I feel like I would be insulting them if I thought for 1 minute I thought I was better because I was lighter, you know?
Right.
And I won't disrespect my ancestry like that. And one thing I did feel growing up was I did hear a lot of my cousins and family members say they had it hard being dark skinned, and I just respect their views. But I, when I got older, I became very vocal about it. Like, hey, I had a hard time being light skinned. You know, why don't we try and make this better? We were
Right.
all in the same boat. You know,
Right. I feel like if light skin and dark skin blacks, are saying essentially the same thing, that from different experiences, that they've both been bullied because of their skin tone or their features, then why cause division? Why can't just we unite to
right,
end these fucked up social constructs?
right, and nothing. I feel like if you let something like that, bullying, something like that, alter your view on the way life is, they're winning. Like I got tortured from cousins and all, name calling, stringy hair, and you know, just little white girl. But I still love my people, so it
Right.
didn't alter my perception on the love for my people. But I do know people that absolutely hate light skin or hate dark skin because of that. And then when you do that, they won. Your enemies
Right.
won when you let them alter your perception of things. You're supposed to be stronger than that, you know?
Right. I agree. I definitely agree. Um, do you, as a light skinned black woman, feel your issues being light skinned, whatever they are, based off your experiences? Do you feel like your issues being light skinned are pushed aside because of colorism?
No, I kind of see us everybody who has suffered from it in the same boat. And I've always wondered uh, what is quote unquote the perfect acceptance of a black person. What is the perfect uh, skin perception of a black person? Because I've seen super, like my mother is very melanated, like, and she had a hard time. My father, he's melanated, but a different time, a hard time. Brothers and sisters on different levels of it, and me on a different level of it. So I don't understand what the perfect skin tone of black is to make consider you black when we've all suffered from colorism. You know, what is the perfect black? You know, it's kind of like a reverse, like of the Aryan make, like Hitler and the Aryan race making the perfect German. They don't realize it sounds like what is the perfect German? What is the perfect black person? So if you're too dark, if you got too much melanation, you're too dark. People get teased for being too dark. People get teased for being black, blue, and purple. I get teased from just I've been called streaky head white bitch and just everything but a black person. So what do you guys consider black? Because I don't know. They hate on all shades of black.
Mm, right.
It's altered my view to a certain level to where other, a lot of people don't like my view on uh probably gonna get mad at me now, race mixing. But I don't hate people that love people of other races. It's just it's just so hard out there. How do you raise a child who is white and black, or Hispanic and black? And what do you teach them? You teach them both cultures? Are they going to receive colorism from their Hispanic relatives and their black relatives? It's kind of hard. You can't win, really.
Right. I understand what you're saying.
Right. Just like my daughter is not as light as me, but maybe peanut butter, and she has colored eyes, and kind of like green. Sometimes whatever she's wearing, that's whatever her eyes are. But she has very thick hair, and she's had a hard time from Hispanics and black people as well with her complexion and her eyes and her thick hair. It's crazy. My son he's my complexion, and the other black kids at school tease him and says he looks Mexican. And it's
Mm,
just, you can't win. But
yeah, I get what you're saying.
yeah,
Okay.
to me, he looks like a little black boy, but they tease him and call him a Mexican. It's crazy. You can't
Yeah.
win.
All right. Okay. Well, I'm gonna ask this question anyway, even though I think you've answered it when you said you don't believe in race mixing. But do you, as a light skinned black woman, feel you have ties or connections to biracials? As in, do you feel y'all suffer from the same things? Why or why not?
How can we? I'm a black woman. I will not disrespect my parents. My father is a black man from New Orleans. My mother is a black woman from Mississippi. I cannot relate to biracial people because I'm not one. I'm basically mixed with what every other black person is mixed with, born in the United States, which is Native American or something.
Got
So
it.
I
Okay.
don't have a parent of another race. So I don't know what they're going through.
Right. Well, in this particular space that I heard was started by light skinned blacks, I don't know, but they have biracials over there, and basically they all feel that they go through the same thing, being bullied by the black community because of how they look.
Okay, so and toughen up. I've been bullied. Like, what the fuck? I've been bullied by, you know, I don't even want to call it bullied. I've been called so many stringy hair white bitch by blacks, Mexicans. I figured it out recently. I'm a chameleon. I could be whatever the hell I want to be.
Mm,
I could be a Samoan from New Zealand. I could just be whatever I want to be. People think I'm some of everything. I've even been said I look like I'm from Alaska, and I'm like everything but a black
wow.
person. So I'm just like, hey, call me the chameleon. Hey, today I'm gonna wake up and be from New Zealand. Tomorrow I'll be Samoan. The next day I'll be Hawaiian. It's
Yeah.
only when I tell people the truth, which is I'm a black woman, they're like, what are your parents? I'm like, black, but
Right.
I just think we all catch it. Where you ever heard of Sri Lanka?
Yeah.
Okay, so I used to go to this gas station every day, and it was owned by Sri Lankans, and the Sri Lankan man had very straight jet black hair, but he was about your complexion. But he was from Sri Lanka,
Mhm.
and every time I went into this gas station, he would talk very bad about black people.
Wow.
And I tried to ignore him because I just tried to ignore him because I knew one day I would probably go off on him. He said the most derogatory things about black people. And one day he caught me on the right day. There was nobody else in there. And it was right before closing, and I said, I just told him straight, you know what? In the United States, you're a nigger too. And
Right.
he looked at me. I said, no, in the United States, you're a nigger too. You would be considered more of a nigger than me because of your complexion. I said, do you understand? And I had to break it down to him. I'm like, you talk bad about black people in the United States. But one look at you and they put you in the same nigger category. You need to stop being so derogatory towards the race because you look more black than me due to United States terms. Stop that. It's racist, you know? And he's never
Right.
done it to me again. But I had to tell him, I don't care where you're from. Out here, one look at you and you're just a nigger. Straight up. Stop being like that.
Right. Okay. What up, Blue? Do you think light skinned blacks should team up, be in alliance with biracials against dark skinned blacks or blacks as a whole because of their experiences of being of a light of experiences being of a lighter skin tone? Why or why not?
Well, now
Yeah.
you know I would never agree with anybody teaming up against my beautiful black brothers and sisters. You know better with me.
Right. No, I know that, but just asking for the
Yeah.
the people listening.
No, I wouldn't. No, I do. You're working against the race when you do stuff like that. What makes you so much better? Because you're light. What makes you so much? I know mixed children that come out darker than me. My cousin has two mixed children that look white with blonde afros. Stop that. You don't control what you're gonna be in
Right.
genetics. It's I look at me. I come from two very dark parents, and I'm as light as they come. The lightest one in my family. Stop that crap. They need to stop that.
What up, Rio? Yeah. No, they in this
What's up,
particular
Ria?
space, I think well, I can't speak. I can't say they're all they think they do think or don't think that they're better, but they feel that biracials and light skinned blacks have similar experiences with being light skinned and being bullied and people trying to, I guess black folk
And
trying to
I'm saying
police.
that's absurd. That's
Right.
absurd, especially if you're not biracial. It's absurd. I don't know what it. I will never know what it feels like to be a biracial when I cannot ever compare my Black American struggle with theirs. I'm a black woman in America that happens to be light. Came out the oven a little bit too early. I will never know what it's like to have another parent or family members of another race. So how can we relate? That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah, to me that to me it's a little weird. But
No,
it's
it's
a
just
little
it
weird.
really.
I feel like it's an agenda. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it's team light skin versus dark skin basically.
And that's our downfall. All this team light skin, team dark skin crap is just stupid.
Mm,
We're up there. So the problem I've always had is I'm a black woman, but I'm not black enough, and that's crazy. I'm not black enough because I'm light, so I don't get the love and the privileges. Well, not because black people aren't privileged, but I don't get looked at as a black woman because I'm not black and dark enough. That's crazy. I
right.
I believe in there's that's why they call us the breadbasket of society. There's all different colors, shapes, and sizes of black people. We're all around the world. We didn't just fucking. I mean, these people they don't know history, and I don't want to get deep into that because it's kind of off topic, but it falls in line with the thinking of black people were just stuck in Africa and they never traveled around the map and they never did anything and they just waited on good white folks to steal them and make them slaves. But that's absurd. We were
Right.
everywhere. We conquered Sicily. We ruled, Africans ruled Sicily for hundreds of years and they didn't take it back. The Africans gave it back. There are dark Sicilians from the Africans mating with those Sicilians and Italians. So it's like you kind of got to know your history. Black people, we have been we were world travelers. Silly. We got our hands in everything.
Right. Another question is, do you think colorism is a tactic to try and bully people who are not dark skinned?
I think that's on both ends of the spectrum. I've met big headed, light skinned people that actually do think they're better because they're light. And I've met big headed, melanated people, darker people that think that they're better because they're brown. That's crazy, huh? I
Yeah,
can't
no, I
just
have
put
met
that
that
away.
too. Like it was a lot of pro-black spaces. It's like the darker you are, I guess the more black you are, and then the lighter you are, the more diluted your blood is, or something like that.
Yeah, but
Back when
that's
I used to be around in that pro-black
but
space,
that's
whatever. Yeah.
that's crazy because I'm proof that two dark skinned people can have a light baby. I've
Hmm.
seen a white woman that was with a black man have a baby as chocolate as all outdoors.
Right.
It's crazy. You've seen families with the same. Look at my family, same mother, same father. We all look alike, and some of us are very chocolate. Some of us are just brown. So, and then I'm probably the lightest one. But you know, what's crazy is when I was a little girl, I didn't even know I was different until I got into maybe the fifth grade, and other people started pointing out the differences. I never saw my
Okay.
color before that.
Let's say that again. You had went out real quick.
No, I said I didn't notice that I was different from other members in my family until I probably got in the fifth grade. I didn't
Mm.
notice the color because we were family and we love each other. It's only when
Right.
other people started pointing out my hair and my complexion, I had never noticed it. It's kind of like how racism is taught. You're in a black family. You got a lot of siblings and your parents and uncles and aunties and cousins. You really just don't notice those things. You think you're just roasting each other growing up, talking about each other. You didn't really realize that, oh, they were talking about calling me stringy head because of my hair is different and my complexion is different. And then when you get older, like up in higher grade level, you realize, oh, they was dead serious, you know? I am different.
Mm.
It was kind of like one of those stare in the mirror moments, like, what the, why? And then you ask your parents why, and they say, you know, black families say, well, one day when you meet your maker, ask him, you know,
Damn.
ask God one day. Say, God, why'd you make me so much lighter?
Right. But that's genetics. People can't control that. Um, you didn't choose to be of a specific race or a certain color or hair texture. Like that's not a choice.
No, it's not. And it's just like, what's good here? I'm so glad I had the mother I have, you know, because growing up, people inadvertently try, I think they give people the big head. But my mom always taught me my history, and maybe there's a possibility of me being my complexion because of one of my great grandmothers being Mississippi Choctaw Indian, and people would say, "Oh, she has such nice hair. She has such good hair." And my mother would her rebuttal would be like, "If you have hair, it's good. Hair, all hair is good hair if you have it." You know? And I heard those things
Right.
growing up. And I'm so glad my mother never my sisters that do have thicker hair, she never called them nappy headed. She never gave them complexions like that. I'm just so glad that I was raised the way I was.
Yeah.
Because I didn't get the big head.
Hmm. Okay. Um, I have another question. Are you, as a light skinned black woman, tired of hearing dark skinned women speak on colorism?
No, I wish they would I wish not I can't just put that on dark skin because light skinned people I can't narrow that down to one complexion.
No, but what I'm saying, like, is because some, especially over in that space, it's like they
Uh-huh.
call dark skinned women colorism crybabies. So,
Colorism what?
colorism crybabies.
Oh wow,
So,
that is so disrespectful.
so I'm asking you, as as a light skinned black woman, are you tired of hearing about colorism coming from dark skinned women or anybody?
No, because if somebody has been hurt because they've heard something their whole life, they should be able to talk about it. They
Mm,
should be able to express themselves. I mean, I express myself all the time about how passionate I am about hating that. And if a dark skinned woman is expressing herself, it must be something that's really dear to her heart. And I don't think she's a crybaby. She's saying how she feels. She feels hurt behind it. She feels hurt for being torn down because of her complexion. So when
right.
do we start healing and uplifting one another instead of, is that the way to have a discussion? I- If you're in a serious if you're having a serious discussion about something, a real issue, their bright idea is to tear another person down and call them a crybaby. That's very fucked up.
Right. I feel like it's like I said on my other little show. It reminds me of a white person saying that they're tired of hearing about racism, but they're not. It doesn't bother them that it
Right.
exists.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It does remind me of a white person that says, "Get over it. Get
Yeah.
over it. Slavery is not that important anymore. I didn't do it. It was my ancestors. What I got to do with that? Like no accountability of the hurt that the lingering effects from slavery, just total uncaring. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Some of these white people I've run across have said, "Get over it." You don't tell anybody to get over it. It took hundreds of years to destroy. So you're just supposed to get over it.
Right.
Excuse me, my allergies are acting up.
Uh, it's okay. Do you think colorism is a hustle?
Hustle. Wow. Uh, can I get the definition of what what do you mean? I feel like this
Like
is a selling bee.
I come across biracials and light skins who basically like they think colorism is just a hustle um because they feel that only unattractive dark skinned women complain about colorism.
Oh wow. No, I know some. I have a friend, and I'm not gonna put her name out there, but she's not anymore. She was a model. You guys would probably know her if I told you. But she's very dark complexion, and she's very beautiful still. But when we talked a couple of times, she broke down into tears, and she's beautiful, and she broke down into tears how she felt with the discrimination and colorism, not just with other races but our own. And I really hurt for her. It hurt my heart that you're so successful and still successful, just not modeling anymore. And she was so messed up by that growing up from a lot of people, our race, other races, that I kind of related to her that it does hurt. I'm gonna tell you something else. It hurts coming from others, but it really hurts coming from your own race. You get it? It hurts the most when you have to. My issue as a light skinned black woman is I felt like when it came to my own people, I had to prove I was black, just to have black homies.
Right.
But we grow up out of that, and then I just started saying, people gonna like me for me, and eventually they might ask what race I am, and I'll shock them when I tell them I'm black, and either they're gonna be my friend or not. I'm not pressed for friends, and
Right.
yeah, I just had to get to that point, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people go through that, but it's just messed up. I don't think it has anything to do. It's a gimmick or anything. It's very hurtful.
Right. Yeah. And I feel like, and I said this, that it's a global thing. Like it's not just with black people or black people in America. It's a global thing. So
Yeah,
a lot of people could relate to it more. But I do
Mm.
agree with you that it does hurt when it comes from our own. Um,
Yes.
and I feel like light skins, I feel like all black people of all different shades, instead of letting others divide and conquer, I think we all should have a talk and
Right.
try to help each other and uplift each other and try in this social construct when it comes to in colorism, period. Because like Mr. Salt has said, he's a light skinned dude. He had to grow up proving his blackness and having a fight um, because he was too light or whatever.
Right.
You said you've always had to growing up prove that you was black, and
Right.
then you have dark skinned blacks who they're too black is the fucking problem, and they
Yeah.
get bullied and shitted on. So it's like if we're all saying that we've all in some way suffered because of how we look and our skin tones, wouldn't it be easier to unite and fight against all that bullshit instead of teaming up with biracials or teaming up with this one and that one to divide and conquer? Why can't we as
Right.
black folk just sit down and have a talk, respectful and healthy conversation, so that we can end this nonsense?
Right. Right. Because it's hurtful all around. It's just I can remember being a young Trish and saying to myself, "Damn, I got more Samoan and New Zealand friends and white friends than black friends because my own just won't accept me. They're having a problem, and that it is hurtful. And you do get numb to it. Like now, I'm numb to it.
Right.
But I do have friends that are very bitter. It's altered the shape of the way they think. And I've told a couple of friends, don't be like that. Don't do that. Don't let anybody make you a hateful person. That means they win. And I think people get confused sometimes. Pat hates white people. No, I don't hate white people. I just know too much history. I just know a lot of atrocities have been done. And then at the same time, we dogging each other. So I really don't like that team light skin, team dark skin thing. How can I say that and feel good when my parents are brown, my little sister's brown? My, I mean, I betray my family when I do shit like that. So I would be running around saying team light skin when everybody else is melanated in my family. That's fucked up. How
Yeah.
does it? How do that's an insult to my family. I can't do that. And a lot of you people that do that do have just because you're light. You, if you're black, guarantee you got a darker auntie, a darker uncle, darker cousins. When y'all do that team light skin, team dark skin shit, y'all insulting your family members. We got to
Hmm.
get beyond that. This shit is getting ignorant and old, and really not with anybody else. Um, within our own race. And you're
Right.
right, it's worldwide. I've been to Spain. The darker Spaniards are treated badly. In Asia, they're looking for the porcelain skin. The darker skin is treated badly. It's all
Hmm.
around the world. It's not just a black and white issue. The shame comes in when it's an us on us issue.
Right. Hmm.
Like we fought for freedoms. We able to fight together to get somewhere. But we can't get past yo each other's complexions.
Hmm.
Wow, wow, it's what I don't want to hear anybody talk about any Black history or anything if you can't get over your each other's complexion. It's just ridiculous. You can't even get
Right.
past the first step. You can't even recognize another black person as being black and accept it. And then you want to talk black history to me? I don't even want to hear you. You can't get past the layman crap.
Right. It's really sad. I like I said, I when I hear or talk about colorism, I don't think it's a way to get sympathy or to get people to pay attention to me or to try to shame or belittle the experiences that other people go through with being bullied and stuff like that. I never, like, recently I've been looking around, and a lot of people, light skinned and biracial people, they take it as a negative thing. Well, colorism is a negative thing, but they take talking about colorism um, is negative. They seem to not like it.
Like,
When
get over it. That's an
yeah,
insult.
yeah,
That's an insult. How you can get over something that happens every day?
mm-hmm,
You get over things that aren't happening anymore. You get
mm-hmm,
over it after generations, and maybe the next 3 generations, and something you talk about in the history, but not when it's happening to you every day. That's like somebody slapping you in the face and spitting at you every day, and then somebody says, "Get over it," but it's still happening.
right,
How you get over something that's still happening?
mm-hmm,
Doesn't make sense to
right.
me.
Some of them feel like, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Some of them feel like they have that they should. I don't know. It's like a battle for attention or the spotlight, so to speak. Like, okay, we get it. Dark skinned women go through colorism, but what about us? Type of thing. Like, it's a battle for who gets the most, who can get the most attention when it comes to who's discriminated against or who has the hardest time. It's really weird.
Yeah, that
Um,
is weird. Why don't you
you
come up
know,
with a solution where we could work together on this?
right.
Wow. I'm glad wherever you be, I don't want to be there. I'd get pissed off. I
Right. No,
guarantee
I was
you I'd be
observing that
blocked.
space for a little over a year, but I kind of stopped. Right. It is annoying because that's really what it feels like. And I've seen them, go and harass darker skinned women. I mean, I don't know if they want attention. I don't know if they just straight up being assholes. I really don't know. Like, it's really hard to when you observe the space, it's really hard to try to understand overall what their objective is when they say they're creating it for something else, but when you look
Hmm.
at the content, it's something different. You know what I mean?
Sounds like they're confused.
Right.
Sounds like they're confused. They don't know what they want. And uh, a person with half of a brain would say, well, since we feel like this and we're all together and we've created this for this, let's come up with some solutions. It should start with us, making it better. Acceptance for all. How
Mm,
about that?
right.
Wow.
Well, like,
You
it's
know,
really hard to try to understand where they're coming from when all I see is a bunch of ratchetness and negativity and it's what would seem to be a hidden agenda. But
yeah,
I'm not, light skinned or biracial, so I don't really know. But I do
right.
feel like blacks, the biracials. Well, I'm not going to speak on them, but I do feel like the blacks, from the lightest of light to the darkest of dark, who aren't mixed, within our own, race, should definitely sit down and have a discussion and try to destroy this whole this I'm more bullied than you, or I go through it. I go through it too, but you don't need to talk about it no more because now it's time for me and my issues to be recognized more than yours. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to really word it. It's just weird. But
Yeah, and
people should talk about what they go through, and it should be recognized. But it's like it's a competition.
right. And if anything, throughout history, and I hate to say it, the fact is melanation intimidates people. You know that. It
Yeah.
does. The more melanated you are, the more intimidating you are. In fact, they don't even recognize our children as children. if they're more melanated. They don't even see them as children. They just see them as the complexion versus looking at in their faces, you know? Throughout history, at times we've used it for our betterment, but yet you could say it was for our betterment, but it's also messed up real bad. Like during, okay, let's go to Rosa Parks. She wasn't just some random woman that they chose. They chose her because she was light, and they figured she wouldn't get the shit beat out of her as bad as a black person during that boycott stage.
Mm.
But what they don't tell you, I forgot the little girl's name. She was 15. She was the first, but she was very dark complexion, and it didn't get as far as it did with Rosa.
Yeah.
And it's like I kind of understand the method to their madness. We'll put the lighter woman on the lighter black woman. You know, they'll recognize her more because at the time, even now, melanation is just people are scared of it. But yet, it's still very insulting that things like that in history have had to be done. You know, the dark skinned person wasn't recognized, but the light skinned person was. It's a blemish on our race and society that we even have to sink that low. But it's like the good thing was we were working together. The bad thing is we had to play the colorism card to do it, you know? So it's a catch 22. I've actually been out with friends who are highly melanated and not me, and we've all been in a group walking down the street together, not doing anything, just friends, males and females walking down the street, and the police come and they hem everybody up and they don't touch me. They've had all my friends sitting on the ground on the curb and they didn't touch me. And it's like, wow, damn, I've driven down the same streets every day, no problem. But yet my little sister is always getting pulled over in this certain area because she is melanated. So it's a very hurtful thing when
Mm.
they do it. Why are we doing this to each other?
Right.
She's my sister. That hurts me. That hurts me that I could I never have a problem in that area. But she does because very she's beautiful chocolate woman. But it hurts me because she's my blood sister.
Right.
And that's how I think everybody should look at it. It hurts me when I see very melanated people treated badly, and my heart goes out to. I hate it when I could come in the stores in my area, no problem, but yet I've seen melanated people walking through the doors, and they've said, "Leave your purse or your backpack at the door." Like I wish a motherfucker would. But to me, that's a hurtful thing as another black person to see a fellow black person treated like that.
Yeah.
But they didn't know what I was, so they didn't fuck with me.
Mm.
And I wish all black people thought like that. If you hurt one of us, you hurt all of us, regardless of the complexion.
Right. Agree. I agree. Absolutely.
Right. And now that I have children and now that I have a son, it really hits home. And when you have children, it's especially when you're a black person and you have little children, you start to realize that you do have to train them differently to survive. Because if you say there's not a problem, get over it, you leave them uneducated and you don't teach them how to survive being black, period.
Mm.
So, no, we can't get over that. Dark, light, or anything. You can't get over it.
Right. Absolutely. I agree. I do agree. I think I think some of those people over there are very narcissistic and very low vibrational people to be going around acting as if dark skinned black women should just shut up.
Okay,
Basically.
this is what you hit them with. I don't know who is the black person, the mother or the father, but either way, they insult the black side of them because guarantee somebody in that family on the black side have been oppressed. Why don't you tell
Hmm.
your family members to get over it?
Hmm.
Tell your black side to get over it.
Like some of the mulatto women who have black baby daddies or husbands, I'm quite sure their mothers of their black husbands or whatever are dark skinned or brown skinned.
Right.
Some of them.
Tell them to get over it. So that disregards whatever the parent, the father or the mother, what they've been through, or let's take it back to your great great grandparents. They were still black. You still got a black side.
Hmm.
Tell them to get over it. Tell
Indeed.
your grandmother, say when she's talking to you about civil rights and stuff, if she's like 60 or over and she's talking about it, just say, Granny or Grandpa, you need to get over that. Do it. I dare you. Any black family member that had to live through Jim Crow, tell them to get over it.
Hmm. Right. But anything else you wanted to add? I'm done with my questions. I appreciate you answering them.
Just I need you to send me and text where that is, and so I won't never ever go there because I don't like getting pissed off for nothing. If I can avoid it, over here in the black sector, you random piss offs come, but if I can avoid it, I don't even want to accidentally go over there.
They're gonna call you the light skinned savior. They're gonna say you caping for dark skinned people.
Oh my God. So okay, I cake from me, myself, and you, my family, whatever. If that's what you want to call it, cake. I'm very passionate. Black is black. I love all black.
Indeed. All right, but if you got anything else to add, I'm gonna close out. If you
Nah, I'm done. If that's all you have, and I thanks for having me. And wow, I didn't even know people like that existed. Thanks for informing me. I learned something tonight too. That's crazy. Wow.
it's wild. It's hard to explain because it's so bizarre. Um, but yeah.
Yeah, that is bizarre, man. That's some bizarro world shit, man. That's weird. Like, what the hell? You get over it. Tell your
Hmm.
mama, your daddy, tell the black person in your family to get over it. I can't believe this shit. Wow. You make sure you send me the name of them groups. I got to block them ahead of time. Shit.
No, 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 no. You gotta let them, persuade you and gaslight you to join them.
Nah. No, 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 no. I don't have no pressure problems, and I don't want no. Like I said, I've been dealing with this grimy black sector, and shit happens all the time. But if you could warn me ahead of time, I will surely avoid that shit. Hell,
He said it's called the circus fear. I'm done.
god damn. That's
No,
real. I'm better because I'm light. I'm better because I'm mixed. What the hell? No, you not.
right. But
No,
over
you
there,
don't.
it's just weird. Like I don't. It's not. It's not that. Well, I'm not speaking for all of them. I haven't met all of them. But it's not necessarily that. It's just weird. How do I put this? It is light skin versus dark skin. I feel in a way, but it's more like it's more like um the attention and focus as far as issues should be focused on us more than I guess dark skinned people in colorism, so to speak. It's
Oh,
it's
God.
weird. I mean I know you don't want to watch and you don't have to, but that's the best I could explain it. It's just so bizarre over there.
Yeah, they're weird. They're just a bunch of weirdos, man. What the hell? They just talking. They just trying to be something. They like, let's pull together with this bullshit. They just that's really sad. Let's pull together with this bullshit and see how far we can get.
Shit.
Wow. God damn. That is weird, Elm. I don't know how you sat through it so long. Shit.
No, because when I first came across it, it was one who commented on a Troll Father video versus her Michi X versus Tommy Sotomayor. You know, they had the discussion about the mixed and light skin and colorism shit. And one just came at me for no reason, a person from over in that weird ass sector.
Mm.
And I was over there, so I've just been on and off observing for a little over a year to try to, because I try to watch different. Maybe I could learn something, but I didn't really learn anything good. So
You
yeah,
learned
that's how
how
I came
ignorant people
across
can
it.
be. You learned how ignorance works sometimes, right under your nose.
Mm.
Hey, how about this? If it was ever a race war we had to choose sides, I would have no problem. I would just prove that both of my parents are black. Which side would they choose? You just be stuck. Stuck. I won't be stuck. Uh-huh. That's the benefit. That is the great benefit you have. If there was ever it will not be televised, you will just be who you gonna choose? Your black parent or the other one? What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Oh man, but yeah, it's weird. It's really
Yeah, a
weird.
bunch of
And then I
weirdos.
find out the person that it is, she's not even mixed or biracial or light skinned. She's just a white woman pretending.
What?
Yeah,
Oh, some Rachel Dollinger shit.
weird. Like it's weird over there. I'm telling you, I can't explain it fully. But it's weird.
Y'all being led by Rachel over there. Some bunch of Rachel weirdo followers. Wow, and I can't stand her. And the reason I can't stand her is because basically she put on blackface and a thick curly wig and got to the head of the NAACP. I can't stand the husband because he know he married a white woman. He know he married a white
Yes,
woman.
yes.
Does he just as bad? He just as guilty.
Right.
So
A
y'all over
black
there being
woman. Right. No
shit.
matter a black woman, even in the corporate world, rather black women have to wear a weave because their natural hair is called unprofessional.
Right, right.
Even
Isn't
if
that
she
crazy?
right. Well, go ahead.
No, that's crazy to me.
Hmm.
That's the things we need to be fighting together for.
Right. It's weird. Like in black women with a weave, she would never rise up to be the highest of anything just because she got a weave in her head or blue contacts in a white corporation or some shit like that. So why
Right,
does this white woman get to rise up so quickly in the NAACP?
right. And basically, y'all got such a problem with people doing blackface. She put on blackface.
Exactly.
She put on white woman put on blackface and made it to the top. But yet, I'm a 100% black woman with two black parents, and y'all give me goddamn problems. Ain't that a bitch?
Right. She was blackfishing.
Yeah, she was blackfishing.
Hmm. Blue, don't start over here. Oh Lord, don't say her name.
Oh shit.
Cause I left a drama sector alone. It's the only reason. I'm not trying to be in no more, but I ain't scared. I mean, you know what sector we come from, Trey.
Yeah. We just get tired sometimes.
Yeah,
Shit. When you were about to leave earlier, I was about to talk some big shit. I'm like, you say anything else I want to say? Hell yeah, but I stopped myself. I'm about to say, hell yeah, I'm about to talk about that person and their kids. I'm about to go in. Don't ask me, do I have something else to say? I got a lot to say.
oh shit.
Choose your words wisely, woman.
Hmm.
You put that in my ball. Do I have anything else to talk about? I sure do, but I'm gonna shut the fuck up. We gonna stay on subject, god damn it.
Oh shit. All right.
Don't give me that choice no more. I'm kind of ignorant around this motherfucker. You know what sector we come from, damn it. Don't give me a choice like I got some damn sense.
Oh shit.
Shit.
Whew,
But anyway,
you gotta detox and get it out your veins.
yeah, you that was too, man. That right there, that's like putting a worm in front of the fish and saying, don't nibble. You know, you was wrong, but I was like, look at Elm asking me, do I got something to say? I sure do, but it's gonna go all off subject.
Mm,
So we just gonna be nice right now, act like you didn't say that.
right. And maybe hopefully somebody over there go live in a few.
You provoke me, damn it. I'm ready wherever I go.
Right. Oh shit. Well, it's been a pleasure, Trish. Um,
Yeah.
I don't have anything more to add to the subject. I'll
All right.
I'll catch you later.
Look at me sticking the subject. I'm so proud to pat myself on the back. All right. I'm about to go. I'll talk to you later, El. Thanks for having me.
All right, thanks for coming.
All right. Bye bye.
Whew. All right. I can't with you, Blue. You crazy. But I appreciate all those who are listening, those who came in the chat, and those who will watch this in the playback. I don't mind having constructive conversations. If people disagree, we're more than welcome to have positive, productive, constructive convos about it. But please, no drama this way. I'm trying to leave that alone. But if anyone wants to come on from over in that space or whatever and talk, we could do that. Um, Other than that, folks, I appreciate you guys, and y'all have a good night. Peace.